Hi everybody, it's Oksana and I am not wearing any mascara because I am going to demonstrate for you this lovely new mascara that I just bought, which is called Better Than Sex Mascara from Too Faced. Perhaps you've heard of it, no? And I'm very excited. This is my second time trying it, so it's kind of a second impression. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in the demo, put it on, and then we'll talk about it. So I am going to go ahead and just look at my mirror over here and put it on. This is what the wand looks like. It's a little thicker on the end of it. And my eyelashes are curled, by the way. I already curled them. So I really like this mascara so far. I think it is wonderful in the way that it looks on your lashes. I think it gives great volume and length. And I'm sorry for all the mascara smudges I'm making right now. It's kind of hard to do this on camera. I'll go back in and clean all of those up afterwards. So I like to kind of put it on for a while, like instead of waiting for my mascara to completely dry and do a second coat, I like to just take my time doing the first coat so that it begins to dry throughout me putting it on and it kind of builds upon itself. I feel like I get better results, not specifically with this mascara, but with all mascaras, versus waiting till it's completely dry and going back. Sometimes that is a little too much. I don't really like any kind of like spideriness to my lashes. I like for them to look as natural as possible, so that's why I'm taking so long applying it here. I'm almost done though. Alright, here we go. Now I'm done. So that is what it looks like. And this eye does not have any mascara on it, so you can kind of compare. And yes, my eyeliner is a little thicker here because my eyes are actually different sizes, very so slightly, so I try to adjust by drawing my eyeliner a little thicker on the eye that is bigger. So here is looking down and looking up, and here is the side view. And here's what it looks like when I have it on both of my eyes. Alright, so now that you saw the demo, let's talk a little more about it. Of course, you can kind of judge for yourself what you think of it because everybody has different preferences in a mascara, but so far I really like it. It's a little, I mean, it's not like super perfect right now for me, but it's definitely really nice. And I feel like with mascara things can really change after a few weeks of using it, as it starts to dry up and the formula kind of starts to thicken up in some mascaras. So I can update you guys on how this wears for me later on, but so far wearing it for 2 days, I really like it. And actually today I like it even better than yesterday, because yesterday I literally had just opened it for the very first time and I put on one coat and it went on really thin. It just like colored my lashes black and it didn't do much else, and I was really surprised. And I thought maybe you have to do 2 coats. So I waited for it to dry and I went back in with a second coat, and it definitely added a lot more, volume and length, but it also kind of got a little clumped up, a little, some of my lashes got stuck together. There were visible little clumps on my lashes, so I went back in with just a clean mascara wand that I recycled from an old mascara, and I brushed through and kind of separated my lashes back out, got rid of some of the clumps, and then it was really nice and I liked it. It was kind of a lot of work, but I ended up really liking the effect that I got, and actually wore it to an event yesterday. And I did have a little bit of smudging, like I was out late and I had pretty minimal smudging, but still some smudging just right under here. It could be from my eyeliner, I'm not sure, because I am very prone to smudging and I always get smudging. So I'll have to wear this without any eyeliner to kind of see which is the culprit, but it was not bad at all. There wasn't any flaking, it was just very, very minimal, so I was really impressed with that. And this is not a all-natural product, by the way. I know I typically talk about natural products. However, mascara is kind of one area where I don't necessarily stick to all natural because A, I don't think that it honestly matters, because your eyelashes do not have the ability to absorb the mascara and transfer it into your body, you know? So if there's some chemicals on here that are bad, they don't really have a way of making it into your body. Of course, maybe in a very minimal way if it smudges, and then maybe it can get absorbed a little bit through your skin, like underneath your eye, if you want it to, you know, really be, you know, precise about it. But this isn't, like, I think it's paraben free and stuff like that, but it's, you know, it's not the most natural, even though it's not the worst either. So, but it is cruelty free. Too Faced is cruelty free, and I ordered this from Sephora's website. So the wand apparently has an hourglass shape, and I just noticed the tip part of it. Yeah, I guess it is an hourglass. It's a pretty big wand. It's a pretty thick wand, and I definitely noticed how the tip is quite thick, which was actually pretty handy for really getting into like these lashes here and even some of these outer ones. I like the wand. I think the wand is very nice. It claims to do all sorts of things, and I always hate it when companies do this, like 1,944% more volume. Like, what does that even mean? It's just throwing out a huge number out there and kind of, I don't know. I think it's tricky and I don't like those kinds of numbers, but anyways, there's all kinds of other, you know, percentages of who saw what kind of, you know, results from this, and there's this like really dramatic picture of, you know, an eye with super long lashes, which doesn't look particularly accurate to me because her lashes are like super like natural, separated looking, like no one lash is stuck to another lash, and I think it's impossible to get that with any mascara. But anyways, I do really like it. It's supposed to, it has a film forming polymer, which is supposed to give you smudge proof all day wear. I already touched upon, you know, the smudginess of it. I think that for most people this will probably not smudge at all, but if you have very kind of greasy, crease prone, just eye area in general, like I do, you might see a teeny tiny bit of smudging, which if you're like me, it's probably like, yes, it only smudged a tiny bit, you know, whereas most people are like, oh, it smudged. So I think, you know, very good. It's supposed to nourish your lashes. It's supposed to lock the curl in place and thicken. I don't know about locking the curl in place. My curl stayed yesterday, but it tends to stay when I curl my lashes with my heated eyelash curler. I think my lashes looked, you know, just as nice late in the evening when I got home. It didn't weigh them down. You know, some mascaras can be really heavy and you can kind of feel them, and they can weigh them down and kind of uncurl your curl. So it didn't do that. And it felt like I could feel it a little bit. I'll touch it right now again too. I can feel it a little bit on my lashes, but it's definitely not, you know, one of those crispy mascaras that you can really feel that feels kind of gross on your lashes. So, and it's supposed to be the deepest, most intense black possible also, which I'm not sure that I can tell that, but it's definitely, you know, very black color-wise. So I really like this so far. I really enjoy it. The mascara that I was wearing before this is the Buxom one, which the one that the comb adjusts and has one of those rubbery bristle combs, which I personally kind of like those better than these kinds of combs. And Amplified, it's called, I think, the Amplified mascara or something like that. And I do really like and enjoy that one. I think I like this one a little better. I think that this one looks more dramatic on me, and it's very, you know, it's definitely very buildable. If you don't mind a little clumpiness, like I know some people don't mind that, then you can probably build this to be even more intense. Like I thought this was intense as it is with the one coat that I'm wearing, but you can definitely layer it for 2 coats. I just don't like any kind of clumpiness or lashes sticking together, so that's just my personal preference. And also, one thing I noticed is this packaging is very heavy. It's like heavier than a regular mascara. I think it's bigger too in size. It's like a for serious, you know, mascara. And I forget the exact price. I think this was like $22 or so. So it's definitely on the pricey side, which you have to decide if you are gonna, you know, throw this out in 3 months, because you're only supposed to use mascara for 3 months. Is it worth paying such a high price? Maybe if you can't find a good mascara that works for you, then it is worth it. You know, but if you have another one, cheaper one that is almost as good, then, you know, maybe not. For me, this is definitely, I have really hard time with mascaras, so I definitely really like this. And my other Buxom one, I mean, that one is a pricey one too. I forget how much it is, but it's close to this price too. So, and I used them for a little bit longer than 3 months. Secret confession, which I know is horrible. But it was about time I replaced that one, so good time for me to try this new one. So that's it. Hopefully I told you everything you wanted to know about this mascara, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.